But hey, shout out to the Ukraine that thread. That makes me wonder if I need to go on to Orange Buzz and see what the hell is going on. Jared Williamson mentioning that Ramon Taylor was a beast. Yes, he was. But he's not Adrian Peterson. Right? Like, we're good. There's clarity there, right? Like, whatever it is that you think Ramon Taylor was. And look, nobody had Ramon Taylor ranked higher than I did in recruiting. I had him ranked as a national top 70 player, top 10 guys in the state. Thought he could play corner or wide receiver or running back at the next level. He's not Adrian Peterson. Stop. Eric Torres coming into the super chat. Oh, we got people in the chat just bowing up tonight. Texas wins out. Here we come. Book your flights. Hardest game left is at Kansas State, coming off the bye. Don't agree with that, Eric. I think that the Kansas State game. I think Oklahoma State's going to be. Look, the thing about Kansas State is Adrian Martinez, from a run threat standpoint, there's no question that is a huge threat. He's a poor thrower of the football, though. The thing is, we don't really know the state of Spencer Sanders going into Saturday. He is, behind Dugan from TCU, the second best quarterback threat that Texas has to play. I think Oklahoma State's going to be dialed in this weekend. I really thought the best thing that could happen for Texas was that Oklahoma State beat TCU last weekend, and then they might have a little bit of a letdown that would be perfectly normal the week after you beat a top 10 team in their place. But I think Oklahoma State is going to understand the significance of Saturday. I think they're going to know you can't lose back-to-back games. You can't have two losses. Their goal coming into the season is to play for the Big 12 championship. And if they lose on Saturday to Texas, they're really behind the eight ball at that point. So, because there's four teams competing for a spot, and they would have losses as two of the four. And they're one of the four, which means if Oklahoma State, then they have to beat Kansas State, obviously, or they're just out at that point because they wouldn't be able to win a tiebreaker with anybody. So I think Oklahoma State's going to be dialed in. I think this is the most difficult game left on the schedule. But if Spencer Sanders is really limited or doesn't play, obviously it changes the state of the conversation every bit as much as it did when Texas played Oklahoma and they didn't have its starting quarterback. Because, and South Texman says TCU is the hardest game left on the schedule. Maybe. I mean, they're probably the best team left on the schedule. We just can't ignore the fact that Texas is a bad road team. Now, maybe by the end of the season, Texas isn't a bad road team. But so far, they played one true road game in 2022, and they lost that to Texas Tech. And then you look at the overall scope of Steve Sarkisian's Texas teams on the road.
I'm really tired of playing them.
Not good. Not good. So part of what this weekend is Texas to shed that label a little bit. A win in Stillwater gives you some juice. It allows you to be able to say, well, we'll go into Kansas State and we'll win that game because you'll have done it. You'll have proven that you can do something that you haven't previously proven. But I think it's going to be a really tough game. I still don't know where I'm still leaning towards picking Oklahoma State on Saturday. But I'm open-minded. And we'll continue to wait, kind of get the report on if there's anything going on with Spencer Sanders. Texas is a better team. I think Texas is better than Oklahoma State. It doesn't matter necessarily, though, when you go on the road. Better teams lose on the road all the time. Rodolfo says TCU is losing a game this season. Probably, but that still gets them into the Big 12 championship game. So that's what beating Oklahoma State on Saturday allowed, though. A little bit of wiggle room. Oklahoma State and Texas with one loss already, and Kansas State and TCU being undefeated, it puts Texas and Oklahoma going into Saturday both into a position where if you lose, your margin of error becomes really slight. Tom asks in the super chat, or maybe just even he's asking, if we roll in OSU 17 plus points, do we win out? No, I still don't know that I think that. Honestly, I picked 8-4 for the season, and I think we still might be looking at an 8-4 team. I mean, the best look. The best win that I think Texas has on its resume right now is probably the UTSA win, because that's a healthy Frank Harris. I think beating Oklahoma without a starting quarterback, that's not super impressive, even if you win 49-0. The score is impressive, but that team that you beat isn't. You get by Iowa State this weekend. Iowa State's not great, obviously. So this will be the best team that Texas has played this season from a if you win, where do you, like, suddenly your best win is on the road in Stillwater, and that is no insignificant thing. But, we start talking about, does Texas win out? They got to start beating some good teams. They're going to be playing good teams. I don't know that they've beat a truly good team yet. I know that sounds harsh. Chris Nelson is like, believe, catch. Hookers in the chat. Texas wins out. Jackie says, what is my predictions on the season so far? 6-1. It's not my record against the spread, but I picked Texas. No, I picked Texas obviously to win the game in Lubbock, and they got that wrong. Although I've been pointing throughout the offseason that the Texas Tech game could be a loss. Officially, my prediction was that they would win that game. Scott asks one of the million-dollar questions: what defense will show up on Saturday? Oh, look, Texas has a better defense than Oklahoma State does, but Oklahoma State quarterback Spencer Sanders is the type of quarterback that is kind of the kryptonite for this Texas defense. It was interesting to hear Mike Gundy talk about Quinn Ewers' lack of a run threat, how it just makes it easier on the defense.
6:45, I'm messaging. I'm out, bro. You just respecting my time.
I don't know if that's enough respect to Quinn Ewers' arm talent, but there's no getting away from the fact that defensively having to account for a quarterback's ability to make off-schedule runs just puts a lot of pressure on the defense. Iowa State's quarterback wasn't even a big-time runner, but there's a threat that he could be, and Texas was a little bit less aggressive. It'll be interesting to see how they approach the game on Saturday against Oklahoma State. When they play teams with quarterbacks that pretty much hang in the pocket, Texas has been very aggressive on defense. When they play teams with quarterbacks that don't necessarily stay in the pocket, that do provide a run threat, should you allow for lanes to open up, Texas gets very conservative on defense. At that point, so far this season has been let the defensive line try to get pressure, keep everything in front of you as a defense. Sanders on paper is the kind of player that will make Texas play an honest game plan and not be overly aggressive. I don't know that always works for Texas. You look at Oklahoma State, there's no reason why Quinn Ewers shouldn't have 300-plus yards on Saturday. Texas is going to have success. I think it comes down to which quarterback turns the ball over on.
He been wasting my time. We were supposed to play at 6 o'clock. He been stringing me along since then. He got literally 2 minutes. This man lying. You got 2 minutes. You got 2 minutes, bro. You better show up. You better show up. Man, what the this motherfucker? Oh my god, he backed out of the fucking. Oh my god, man. Certain people I don't ever want to play. This is fucking horrible. Fucking horrible.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the San Francisco 49ers and the Las Vegas Raiders. And off we go from Las Vegas. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their 38. Drive begins with a carry by Davis Price. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him. Now a play fake. Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Second down, here's Davis Price. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. It was Anthony Averett who got him down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Davis Price up the middle.
They hit
this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
Hidden.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are on the board first here in Vegas. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Raider offense set to get this drive started as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think
you got to break on it, baby. You got to break.
About them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, that always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Ooh. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The Raiders at 7-8 now on the year. They've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games.
Oh!
What
happened?
Pretty quickly
oh.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is taken at about the 14.
Good job.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road.
Good job.
So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
The run only got
Looks
a
like
yard. Here's
man.
2nd and 9.
Trust it.
Throwing now is Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Lance and Kittle in sync for the 49er first.
We need to switch that.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Again to the big tight end, George.
That was a good loft throw.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That was a good loft throw.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46.
Nah, I don't like that. He looks like he's in man-to-man.
Here's Lance to throw it. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be taken down.
And that was a good call. That was a good call.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely
Because he looked like he was in man-to-man.
That's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. First down, here's Mitchell. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
Let's see what we're dealing with.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
He's single high.
Here's Lance. Throw left side complete. That's Tate. Touchdown. Auden Tate from 21 yards away. And the 49ers go up by 2 touchdowns. Able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Niners 14, Raiders nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Looking deep for Adams.
Wow.
This is taken in. It's complete.
Wow, they wouldn't let me jump.
All the way down at the 25-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. And even 50 yards. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs.
We own it.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Carr. Open there.
Oh, that booger is just getting there.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's Jacobs. And the
Good job.
reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Carr going to throw. That's complete, right around the 8.
Don't go where he at. Go where he
To the
going.
5. Pick up a
Damn,
3.
he done lost 2 linemen.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So the long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Davis Price on 1st and 10.
Great tackle, Diablo.
Not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving.
Great pick.
To get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Raiders will have
great pick.
Field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
I tried to possession catch it, and he broke on it.
But that's going to be one when he flips on the take. He's like, I should have thrown that.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
637.
Carl try it again on 2nd down. Looking deep for Adams.
Ooh.
It's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you.
Let him go, because he's going to force it. He's going to force it.
Into the red zone, it's Carr.
Got him.
This is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Davis Price once more. And some space here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the
That man balling.
It's all said and done. 90 22 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40.
Give to Davis Price up the middle here. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
They run over center with Mitchell.
Good job.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
To throw, it's Lance.
Boy, he bumped me.
This one that's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo.
He bumped me. They ain't gonna call nothing.
Possession of the football.
When you start thinking of guys in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
And the Niners are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Red, cycle, black, ultra. Right.
Throwing on 2nd down, Lance.
That's to the right side, complete
Good job.
to Kittle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Lance now on 1st down. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Lance looking to throw it.
Bro, why are we not jumping?
Time here in this half, it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it.
God damn, this motherfucker fast as shit. He had wiggles. Why are we not jumping? I'm not getting the ability to jump. Oh my God, man.
I think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes.
It's not it wasn't letting me click on the jump.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another
That dude had
shot
too
at
much
it
fucking
now
wiggle.
as this one's in the air.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted
Yeah,
for
too
the
much fucking
touchback.
wiggle.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Bruh, come on, man.
Second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions.
Dude.
There's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to
here by sending people on a blitz.
Hands on.
Throwing his Lance on third down. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
Let's go, Ayuk. Let's go, Ayuk.
Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 81 yards. And the Niners will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Gold with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
Niners 21, Raiders 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Burn it.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
6:18 and 7:34.
From the 29, Carr. He'll look downfield for Waller. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
To throw his Carr. He gets this one to Johnson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
You know, he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force.
That's disrespectful.
The coverage is tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Now on 4th down, they throw
wow, that was 4th down?
and it winds up to be incomplete. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. And Lance now to throw. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And
You got to do that because
incomplete.
They gave it a shot with the deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less
these
time
motherfuckers get
for
them
them to
tips.
try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Handoff right side, Davis Price. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back, halftime.
He ain't even trying to do nothing else but chunk it deep.
Number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
He ain't trying to do nothing different than just run it deep. Go throw it deep.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it is really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up.
And he lost the football.
Bro, how the fuck?
Pick it up.
How the fuck you fumble?
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Oh, God.
And CD, that's one of those plays you put him back on. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here in the opening drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a 2-score game that has a chance to tighten up considerably.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Play action. Now it's Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And
Got him.
Intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs,
Great win.
mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Here's a give to Davis Price.
That boy winning them tackle battles.
But it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now.
He winning them tackle battles.
This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
From the gun, it's Lance. This is caught by Tate. He's got the first down and more. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play you would have made as a rookie because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Second down, and again it's Davis Price.
God damn, they keep getting these suction hit sticks.
129 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense trying to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side. You kind of walk through a defense and score. Not so fast, not in this case.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They go option right on 2nd and goal. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Trey Lance scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Niners take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. The 49ers ready to kick it away. And here we go. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should.
You got to hit them up, man.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD.
Nope.
And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team
Got
has
him.
been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little long. Under pressure, they got him again.
Yeah, I don't even blitz that often.
What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big.
I don't blitz too
Now you know
often.
they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 49-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the 3rd quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
They'll give this to Davis Price running right. Oh, and that was well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 147 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. 1st down, and they go right back to Davis Price. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Another touch for Davis Price. Down right around the 25. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, here's Davis
I drew
Price.
right into the hit.
No gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
as usual, the hallmark of a good run defense? Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The kick by Gold is good. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
On second down, Jacobs. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
First and 10 of the 28-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down. Now Carr. Then he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
He's going to air one out.
Oh!
Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They don't even trust it.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over first and 10.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They'll start with Davis Price on the ground.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Brandon, I got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
On second down, here's Mitchell.
Oh, what a move. They get 8 yards back there. They could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Here's Brian Anger now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That's taken on the 25.
Got it.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
They hit him.
The Raiders are going to get the football here at their own 23.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Here's Carr to throw. Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller from 10 yards out.
And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit.
And his kick is good, but flags come in.
Well, what is going on? I'm checking my phone, and they run into the kicker.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Rams and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Drive starts with a run by Davis Price.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
2nd down, and again it's Davis Price.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Going for it, here's Davis Price.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. He'll look to set up his blockers.
Grab him.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Carr.
Oh!
He's got a man, complete.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Hunter Renfrow, 70 yards. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. What was once a really comfortable lead is not so comfortable anymore. Down to a 2-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against them on those last 2 drives.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get off of autopilot right now, okay? Get back to what was working for them earlier. Understand that they still have a 2-score lead, so it's not dire, but at the same time, okay, guys, let's mash the gas. Let's get going again. Let's have some fun.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the handoff, Davis Price.
And some room to roll now.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
13 yards there and a Niner first. Davis Price up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. And they'll indeed take a knee. So the victory here for San Francisco.
Well, Charles, I mean, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
So for the Niners,
they improved to 11-5 now with 1 week remaining.